Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, so I forgot to say the usual, but welcome back to my channel where basically stories and other random things take center stage. So today I am reviewing The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. I'll be reviewing in my next videos. It's supposed, at least as I have it planned. That may not come up that way, but as I have planned, I have the next two books I'll be reviewing as well, and recommendations. Let's find out how well that goes. But here is my... Oh, and also some of my videos are coming in early, which is good. I've been able to upload a couple of them early, so plans have changed, and indeed. So here's a synopsis. A new fantasy series set in the world of Camelot, Wait a minute, that's weird. Hold on, let me try it again. A new fantasy series set in the world of Camelot that best-selling author Christina Lauren calls brilliant reimagining the Arthurian legend, where nothing is as magical and terrifying as a girl. Princess Guinevere has come to Camelot to wed a stranger, the charismatic King Arthur. With magic clawing at the kingdom's borders, the great wizard Merlin conjured a solution. Send in Guinevere to be Arthur's wife and his protector from those who want to see the young king's idyllic city fail. The catch: Guinevere's real name and her true identity is a secret. She is a changeling, a girl who has given up everything to protect Camelot. To keep Arthur safe, Guinevere must navigate a court in which the old, including Arthur's own family, demand things continue as they have been, and the new, those drawn by the dream of Camelot, fight for a better way to live. And always, in the green hearts of forests and the black depths of lakes, magic lies in wait to reclaim the land. Deadly jousts, duplicitous knights, and forbidden romances are nothing compared to the greatest threat of all: the girl with the long black hair riding on horseback through the dark woods toward Arthur. Because when your whole experience is a lie, how can you trust even yourself? The first book in the Camelot Rising trilogy. Yeah, so this is like my third time reading The Guinevere Deception, because I basically read it, but the series basically came out, if I remember correctly, between 2019 and 2021. So every time, I've basically gone into the practice of every time a new series comes out, or a new book in a series comes out, if I am reading a new series and it's coming out as I'm reading it, I've gone into the practice of reading the previous books in order to make sure I remember everything. So basically, I have reread... Oh, sorry. I basically have reread The Guinevere Deception 3 times, and I've read the second book, The Camelot Betrayal, twice, and of course I've read the third book once. But I have read each book, with the exception of the last one, more than once, because each book was coming out and I kept pre-ordering them and everything. Overall, though, I did find the series very exciting. I liked the reimagining. I mean, I already find Arthurian legends interesting, even though the original ones are inherently sexist. I think that they do have some like interesting characters and an interesting setting for a story, and I have been enjoying retellings. There's even one someone recommended to me, but which I want to read, called The Mists of Avalon. I want to get it in Audible and read it. It seems to be extremely long because the hours that I saw, like the narration hour, seemed pretty big. I think it was like a 33 a 33-hour book maybe, or an audiobook at least. So yeah, I am looking forward to reading it if I can. I think the writing was really good, definitely, and so was the pacing. I really enjoyed being in that. I especially enjoyed the snapshots on the end of the chapters, where basically we got the point of view of the Dark Queen, who is basically the villain in this thing. So I actually very much enjoyed that point of view because I think that it was very interesting to get her point of view in the snapshots. It changed. It would change tenses, so it would have like the Guinevere parts would be written in past tense, while the parts of the Dark Queen were basically written in present tense. I don't mind that. It was very interesting. I at least like that it stayed in the same point of view writing. It is written in a third person point of view, and it works. I did enjoy it. I would have loved to get point of views of other people as well, but that's okay. I don't mind it being more into Guinevere. It would have been interesting to get Arthur's point of view. I don't remember. I have not read any retellings of the Arthurian legends regarding with Arthur's point of view in it. I think that'd be interesting. If you know any, let me know because I'd be happy to read those. The pacing, like I said, was good. So was the writing style. I was into it. I think Guinevere as a character is very interesting, and she faces some of the, she feels relatable in the way that that she is very like insecure at first, and is trying to work through her insecurities, and is trying to understand things in a new place, like it in that specific way. That's where relatable for me comes up. So it reminds me of that in general. And I like it. I like Guinevere as a character, and I really like her in general. I also really like the other things that come up in this book. For example, Lancelot is in this, and I like that we didn't get the old version of Lancelot and stuff like that, and it turns out Lancelot's a woman. I know I'm spoiling a little bit, but barely, so it's okay. So Lancelot's a woman, and I love it because I think Lancelot as a woman is just amazing. I think it's awesome that that Lancelot is a woman, and that she is like becomes Guinevere's protector and her friend. It's so cute and amazing. I like Mordred so much. I think Mordred is a very interesting character because he had such a specific role in the Arthurian legends. So he is Arthur's. Well, in some legends, he is basically Arthur's son slash nephew because he is the son of Morgan Le Fay, and she basically she ended up seducing Arthur, and they conceived him, and then he found out that basically that's his sister or half sister. So it's a very interesting thing to have him now, and that it didn't happen that way, that he's his nephew, and he has quite an interesting history, which I will not spoil because I think it's awesome. But it's really interesting to see him in this form, and how in the love triangle that kind of goes between Arthur that Guinevere has when it comes to Arthur and Mordred. It's interesting because it doesn't feel forced, and it doesn't feel like for example, in the Hunger Games, that love triangle was just really stupid, and it felt kind of forced, right, in my opinion. But at least and because honestly, none of them had chemistry with Katniss, and the romance just didn't feel right, okay? And here, both of them have something with Guinevere, and it's easy to understand why they would fall in love with her, or why they'd start to like her even before falling in love. Like it makes sense why. It's one of the best love triangles I've ever seen is in Fruits Basket with Toru, Kyo, and Yuki, and it makes sense because they both have chemistry. It makes a lot of sense. And the same thing can be said about the love triangle that I at least see with Mordred, Guinevere, and Arthur. I don't mind love triangles, but if both characters don't have some form of chemistry and you can't see why they could potentially love each other, then it's pointless. You know, it's outright pointless. So I think it was a good love triangle, and I love how they all got along, and the ending was amazing. It was great. I also love the female support in this book, the way that like the women supported each other and everything in between. Dimdrain was one of my favorite characters, definitely. I think she was a lovely character. I loved her, and I love how Guinevere and her basically became fast friends because of the way things occurred with them. I think it's a beautiful friendship, and I love it so much. Everything about it is awesome. I really love this book. 5 stars from me. Definitely enjoyed it. So yeah, it was lovely. I'll be reviewing the next book hopefully tomorrow. And I hope that you enjoyed this review. Comment down below your thoughts on the Guinevere Deception. And I will see you tomorrow then. Consume stories until then.